Do you want to learn the 6 millionaire habits that Stephan used to build his net worth to close to $7 million by age 30? Well, stay tuned. This is the video for you. These are the 6 millionaire habits that Stephan just laid out in his most recent video. And I know you're like, well, why am I watching your video, Wes? Well, I'm going to give you my opinion on his habits, and I want to tell you my experience of what I've done when it comes to these habits. I'm currently 32 years old. These habits are habits that Graham suggests that you do while you're in your 20s. So if you're like me, you're no longer in your 20s, this video might be for you. I want to give you 2 things for this video. One, I want to give you all 6 of his steps to become a millionaire. Number 2, I want to give you my personal experience as someone who is 32 years old. I've built a company. My company has done over $1 million of revenue, but I'm not quite yet a millionaire yet. But I have some millionaire habits I like to think that I'm applying to my life. So I love to give you those 2 perspectives. Let me read the 6. Graham's 6 habits to use while in your 20s. Number 1, don't live above your means. Number 2, not building credit history. We're going to talk about that. Number 3, don't wait for things to happen. Number 4, don't play it safe, take more risks. Number 5, no one has it all figured out. And number 6, don't worry about nothing. All right, let's take them down one by one. So for number 1, don't live above your means. This is something excellent that everyone should be doing, whether you're in your 20s or whether you're in your 30s or whether in your 40s. At no point in your life should you really be living above your means. And it's so funny that Graham says this. For me personally, I'm now 32, but when I was just getting out of college, just starting my career, I had credit card debts. I had dumb credit card debts. I had, credit card debt on TVs. I had a credit card debt. I had a lease on my car. I had just had dumb debt. Now, what Graham is trying to say is live below your means. So, down the road, you can live like no one else, which is a beautiful thing. So I had to learn to pay off my credit card debts, pay off my lease, start paying things in cash, and staying below my means, because then you have more money to work with. And if you are in your 20s, excellent, perfect time to do it. Don't go out every single weekend spending money on beer, alcohol, and whoever else, kids are getting into nowadays. Look at me saying about kids. I'm only 32. But it's a great thing to live by. And even if you're above your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, there's no real reason. I love Dave Ramsey said it like this. Dave Ramsey said, when it comes to the car market right now, I think the average price of a car is anywhere between 35 grand and 40 grand for an average price, starting price of a car. The average American has a payment of about, I think it was like $450 or $500, around that amount. They don't quote me, those numbers not exact, but around that amount. And Dave Ramsey puts it like this. The middle class back in the day used to be a car that you rolled out the windows with a crank, a car that had a cassette player, a car that just did the basics. And don't get me wrong, obviously technology moves forward. Now we have CD players, now we have all this other technology. But now the middle class wants all the bells and whistles of a car that you don't need. So, people want, the panoramic sunroof. People want the automatic windows. People want the XM radio. I mean, XM radio alone sends me a letter every single month saying, Wesley, why don't you have XM radio? Because I don't use it. Why would I pay that monthly fee? Even if it's $5 a month, you don't use it. What's the point? So stay within your means, guys. Let's get back to it. So number 2, he said, not building credit history. Yes, I don't have a video yet about how to build your credit history, but Stephan, he does. Google him, look him up on YouTube, look up his video on how he got to an 800 perfect credit score. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm above 700. I want to say last time I was checked, I was right around 750. So he's got some great tips. But if you are in your 20s or in your 30s or in your 40s, understand that credit is very important. I built this channel I know this is only my third video if you're watching this. I built this channel for people who are entrepreneurs, want to start business, want to get out of the rat race, and wants to get a hold on their finances. And understanding your credit and not just doing dumb things with your credit is very important. So please get a hold of your credit. Number three, don't wait for things to happen. I like what Graham said about this. This is kind of more of a mindset here. You know, people get into this idea of, I want to leave my full-time job. I want to, make a full-time income from home. But if you're sitting on the couch and you're watching Netflix, like me, I'm not pointing any fingers, like me, back in the day, sitting on the couch watching Netflix, praying that someone's going to walk in my door and give me an idea and actually take action on that idea for me. That's another good point, is that a lot of people have great ideas. I've talked to people every day. They're like, Wesley, don't tell anyone, but I got this great idea. It's $1 million idea. I'm like, guys, girls, whatever. It doesn't matter. If you don't take action on that idea, like Rem says, don't wait for things to happen. If you don't take action on your idea right now, if you got an idea, you could leave a comment below of what your idea is. I know you wouldn't, because you think, if I leave a comment of that idea, someone's going to steal my idea. I promise you, it doesn't matter. I remember when I was in college, I had an idea, because I love chocolate chip cookies, that I wanted to open up a cookie restaurant in my college town. Long and behold, I want to say a few months later, there was a cookie restaurant. Oh my God, Insomnia Cookies, if you never heard of them. They were in my town. Before I had an idea, I want to open up a popcorn place, with the candy covered popcorn. A couple months later, there was one of those. My idea still works, but if you don't take action on it, it really doesn't matter. So that's a very important point. And when it comes to my life, I had I do have a home healthcare agency that I really wasn't passionate about doing when I first got it. It was really my parents' passion. But once I finally saw the vision and saw the beautiful things that we can do for people in home health care, and also saw the beautiful side of the business, I said, I'm all about it. Let's get in it. And I took action. And, I literally grew that business by, I want to say, almost like literally 1,000%. I don't have the exact numbers, but we had very few clients before. And when I took over, the amount of clients we have now is crazy. But because I took action. All right, his next one, don't play it safe. Don't play it safe, take more risks. Now, he does say this, if you're in your 20s, you need to do this. Now, if you're in your 50s and you're in your 60s, do you really want to take risks with the stock market? Do you really want to take risks here and there? Not really, I understand. But I would say when it comes to this one here, it almost applies to the last one. A lot of people, don't leap because they're afraid, what's going to happen. For me, as of right now in my life, guys, I decided to leave teaching full time. I was making good money as a school teacher, been a school teacher for many years. And I said, you know what? I got a business that's generating money right now. It's time to leave. It's time to see what happens. So I told, the school, I'm not coming back. I'm leaving teaching. I'm retiring at age 32. See, I'm not one of those fake gurus going to tell you I'm retired at 32. Yes, technically I am retired at 32, but I have a business that I spend 40 to 50 hours a week with that I'm currently building. So there's no such thing as really being retired. But, can I put the, fake thumbnail, retired at 32? Yeah, I could, but I'm not going to. So I'm still working hard. I left teaching. I'm building my business now. Like I said, in the last couple of years, my business has done over $1 million in revenue. But my goal is to do $1 million in revenue in 1 year. We've done it in combined years. So that's what I'm personally doing, but it doesn't matter. You got to be willing to, what's the word? Don't play it safe and take more risks. Be willing to do that. Okay, we're running. I know this video is getting long. I hate making long videos. Number 5, no one has it all figured out. What Graham said here was that no one has it figured out. Some people go out there and are like, oh my goodness, this guru has everything I need. Or this guru has everything I need. I have to pay this guru and figure this out first before I take action. No, take action now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not throwing down any courses. Meet Kevin. He has a YouTube course that I, chipped in with my friend to go in on and to use. And after going through Meet Kevin's course, don't get me wrong, I love his content and he's got a lot of value for people who don't have YouTube channels and want to start a YouTube channel. But this is like my third YouTube channel. I've built channels before. A lot of the information and stuff I already know, but there's also a lot of tips I don't know. But if I wait to go, oh my goodness, I can't take action on YouTube until I get Meet Kevin's course, then you're doing it all wrong. Take action now and then buy the course and tweak your action as you go. So let's say you want to start a YouTube channel like I did. Go start it. If you see my first video, this is the video that Meet Kevin wanted me to do, or Kevin wanted me to do, and I did it. And I just took action. So here's my challenge to you. If you want to start a YouTube channel and you want to start making money on YouTube, as soon as you get done with this video, pull out your camera, your phone. I'm recording this on my phone, and record a video and say, hey, this is me. I'm going to make an awesome channel. It's going to be about this, and here we go. And upload it to YouTube. Boom, you got started. That's what you need to do. Let's see here. Last but not least, don't worry about nothing. I like what Graham said there. He said, just don't worry. Don't worry about people's opinions. When it comes to YouTube, I don't worry about dislikes. I don't worry about negative comments, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. As long as you're getting joy of what you're building out and the quality of content you're putting out there, and as long as you're, having fun doing it and it's something you like, then don't worry about nothing. Nothing being, don't worry about negativity. Don't worry about what's out there that's trying to beat you up. Get started today. If you want to build a business, if you want to learn how to get out of debt, if you want to get a hold of your finances, then, feel free to subscribe, like this video, give me a thumbs up, because I'm going to be putting out content every single week. There's going to be a new video every single week. And I'm getting serious about this, guys. As you can see, this what is it called? Blue Yeti mic. This mic cost me like $160. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I put the investment now because I know that I want to help you find the business, find the finance, the tip that you need to change your life. So that's about it, guys. Let's see here. So like I said, that's what this channel is all about. I'm just looking at my notes, guys. I'm telling you, I'm raw. I'm to the point. I got a little notes here of what I'm going to talk about, but I'm just want to get to the point. I want to stay on track, and I want to get it done. So I have Stephan's video linked below. I have the steps that he used linked below or listed below. Use them. Apply them to your life. If you're like me, you're no longer in your 20s, you're in your 30s, in your 40s, you're in your 50s, whatever, apply them to your life today. It can change your life. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.